If saving the universe was within your grasp, what would you do? What wouldn't you do? All right, so tonight, we're here with Dwayne from Flight Risk. Hey, Dwayne.
Hey, Internet people. Hey, Mark.
How's it going?
It's going pretty good. I'm excited. I haven't played Star Wars in a while. I've been GMing for the last almost year, so it's gonna be fun just to play.
Yeah, great. You want to tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit about Flight Risk?
Sure.
I know that we've got a lot of overlap in listeners, but I'm sure there are some people out there who haven't listened to Flight Risk yet.
For shame on them. All right.
I know.
If you have
They're
not
really missing out.
Yeah, I tell you about it. Flight Risk is a Star Wars actual play podcast. We're set in the Old Republic era, roughly between 4,000 and 5,000 BBY, because I want it to be different. And I kind of like the idea of trying to tell Star Wars stories without lightsabers and blasters. So in our world, you have slug throwers and there are vibro swords, and we'll eventually get to proto blasters and proto sabers. But right now, I like it being the olden times. We tell two concurrent stories at a given time in a shared universe with players of 3. And every story arc, when we finish it, we shuffle up the players and we tell another story, and people rotate through. We also have 2 open spots, so we have guest stars who come on. The first season was our core players. Season 2, we had 2 guest stars. Season 3, we're gonna have 2 new guest stars, a voice you guys might recognize when we get to that point.
All right, cool. And who are you playing today?
I'm playing Fythe. He is a Polis Mason. I don't know if it's Polis Mason or Polis Mason. I've been saying Polis Mason.
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
I've always said Polis Mason, but they actually also have a different name in canon, which is weird.
Really? What's their in
Starts
canon?
with a K. Let me see.
Yeah, while he's looking that up, I'll explain. Polis Masons are kind of a unique species. They're very, very thin, very, very frail. They're about 5.5-ish feet tall. And the biggest thing about them is that they have a flat, kind of circular white face. They don't have a mouth. They have 2 little nose slots to breathe and 2 eyes. The fact that they don't have a mouth means they are telepathic. So Fythe can talk directly into people's heads. He can whisper into people's minds from about 5 or 10 feet away, or he can shout to everyone in an area. Some Polis Mason, there's a XP thing where you can have a mechanical voice box put in, but I like the idea of a doctor who can talk directly into your brain.
Yeah. I was actually thinking about it. You wouldn't be able to talk to droids, would you?
You know what? I was thinking about that. I've realized you probably can't talk to droids. Yeah, that'll make it interesting. If that comes up, I guess you'd have to use your data pad, I guess.
Maybe Galactic Sign Language or something.
Yeah, either sign language or it's almost like nonverbal people with an iPad. You just gotta type it in and it'll say it out loud for you, I guess. I honestly never thought about that. I was like, I guess I can't. Yeah, it's kind of a limited existence.
So in canon, they are Caladehan.
Caladehan? Interesting.
Caladehan, yeah.
Sounds fancier.
Yeah, it does. So a little bit about Fythe.
He is if we're going off the character sheet here, he's a colonist doctor. His actual backstory is that he has an odd obsession with prolonging life, and he's done some experiments that the people, his people don't necessarily agree with, and he's pushed the limits a little too far, and he's kind of been banished from his home world for his extreme views and his extreme experiments. And he's kind of set up now in a underground, off the books type medical facility where he can continue his research and help people to earn a little bit of money.
Cool. So he's sort of got a day job where he treats people, and then he's got his after hours hobby.
Well, I think he would consider the day job more the hobby thing, and his after hours is his passion.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to go into his methodology or anything, or should we just get into it?
Well, just quickly, simply put, he believes the ends justify the means. That if it helps him reach his goal of trying to prolong life, not just for himself, he's trying to make it so people don't die young and people can live long, full lives. Because in his mind, why do certain species live 1,000 years and some only live 50? that's not fair. He's trying to find some way to make everybody equal, and he's been pursuing anything, and his latest pursuit is kind of trying to, these rumors of midichlorians that are out there that might help his experiment. So he's been up on that lately. Leads him to a lot of crazy sites of people thinking they know what midichlorians are. He's probably dabbled with too many conspiracy theorists in this day, but he's trying to figure things out.
So right now you're painting Fythe in a very like noble light, but the impression that I got was that he's not a great guy.
No, he will do the wrong thing, knowing it's the wrong thing, if he can in his brain somehow justify that it works out in the end. He is definitely not just like emotionally hurt people, but probably physically hurt people that he knew and trusted on the 1% chance that it would help him. It's worth risking somebody else if it might just maybe help him in his pursuit. So yeah, he's pretty morally ambiguous, where like, I don't know what the Star Wars equivalent of the saying is, you got to break some eggs to make an omelet, that type of thing. So if some people get hurt and some people die, if he saves the universe, isn't that worth it in the end?
Maybe. We can say you've got to break some keto eggs.
There you go. To make a nice whatever, a spomlet, a space omelet.
Yeah. All right. So we start with Fythe down in the Blacklight District. He's at a bar called Ringo's. It's a very busy, happening place down on the edge of the Blacklight District, and he was called here because he got an encrypted message on his comlink from one of his underworld contacts named Demo. Now this place is busy and crowded, and there are tons of people all around, and Fythe knows that Demo's got a little room in the back, a little secret knock on the door will get him in.
Yeah, I would say definitely when Fythe comes to this establishment, he doesn't come here to socialize. He comes here just for business. This is definitely not his scene. He's a highly educated man, and this is more like a rough and tumbly type bar where he definitely doesn't fit in. I mean, luckily he's 5'3", weighs about $110, so he can kind of like slide in, keep his head low, and just try not to touch anything, because being a doctor, he's kind of become a hypochondriac, and he can just look around, and when he sees people, he just sees the potential diseases they might have. So he's trying to, he keeps his gloves on, and he just kind of tries not to touch anyone or anything as he gets to Demo's special door and does the little rapidy rap that they know is the secret entrance.
Yep. You knock and the door slides open. The Demo's a bit of a, I wouldn't say a hypochondriac himself, but more of a technochondriac. He knows that people are listening, and he does all he can to sort of prevent any prying eyes or overhearing. So you actually go through an airlock. Door closes behind you. There's this like ring of lights as the door in front of you opens into a tiny room filled with computer monitors. And there's Demo. Demo's a Rhodian. He's got red-orange skin, and he's got sort of a Geordie LaForge style visor on his head that's got some connections to the back of his head. And he says,
Hey, Fythe. Didn't know if you'd show up.
Well, Demo, you call, and I arrive. I know you always have the best of information for me.
Yeah. You know, you normally we normally have this sum, like, you know, pay me for this info. I got something special today. I think I got something you're really gonna like. There's a little catch. Do you want the catch first, or do you want the info first?
I will take the catch first to see if this information is truly worth it.
Okay. So looking at Demo, you see that he's got that visor attached to his face. And let's make the first roll of the game just a little medicine check. We'll make it average difficulty. Oh, and we should also
do Force and Destiny?
Yeah. Oh, lucky you. I just rolled 2 light side points.
Oh, then I'm not going to roll. I'm just going to take you 2 light side and just run with that. All right. Boom. Another light side point.
There you
3
go.
light side points. That means I win the Star Wars. The game is over.
Yeah. There are no more Star Wars.
All right. So you said we're doing a medicine check of.
Yeah, average, so 2 purples.
Alrighty. So this man is a skilled practitioner of medicine. I have 3 yellows and a green.
Yeah.
Against the 2 purple. All right, that is 5 successes and I think it's not a threat. All right,
That's a threat. All right. Looking Demo up and down, you see cybernetics all over the place. He's got that visor. You can tell that under his sleeves, he's got cybernetic arms and all sorts of technology all over his body. And he says to you,
So, Aurora Biotech. You know that company, right?
Of course.
Yeah, up on Dak Avenue. They've been working on some interesting stuff. And the catch, I know that they got this new cybernetic hand, and it's got some interesting features. And I was hoping you might be able to get your hands on it for me.
I don't usually go for petty larceny, but
I know. But you do what it takes, right? Because I got some interesting information.
all right, let us hear it.
So Aurora, they are in the possession. They just came upon this new medical discovery. It's a vaccine, and it has eradicated viruses, multiple viruses, different viruses, like an unprecedented kind of thing. Thought you might, want to get your hands on that. Might help with your, research.
Now, since Fythe doesn't have any eyebrows or anything, there would be a slightly raised eyebrow on his face if he had them. So I don't know what kind of interested, surprised look a featureless face can make, but there's definitely
maybe a mental eyebrow.
Exactly. I guess there's the buzzing in his head is a little bit louder in Demo's head. A universal vaccine. That?
No, I didn't say universal, but it's cured a lot of things, more than a vaccine really should.
Well, when I am done with it, it will be universal.
Yeah, so I can give you all sorts of stuff here, give you information and stuff, but you usually give me cash. I'd like you to maybe get this hand instead.
That sounds fair. Consider it done.
Okay, great. Yeah, this sounds great. Let's see. So what do you need from me?
Well, do we have maybe schematics for the building, or how fortified is it?
Yeah, so it's pretty secure, and I'm pretty sure that the vaccine's through multiple secure blast doors. All right, so this place, it's up on Deck Ave. There's basically 2 ways in and out. You got the main entrance and lobby, and you got a loading dock. Now, the lab that this stuff is in is pretty close to the loading dock, but the hand is a little bit closer to the main entrance. There might be some other good stuff in there for you too. They research cloning, biotech, genetics, all sorts of good stuff.
A cornucopia of delights.
Yeah, whatever that is. Yeah.
Is there a name attached to this vaccine?
What do you mean, like a researcher?
There has to be someone either leading the charge or working on this. I might know them.
Let's see.
That's a good question. Let's do another roll.
Sure. That be, I don't know, a lore, an education.
I think education.
Okay.
I'm gonna make it a little bit more difficult though. Let's do a hard roll with 3 purples.
Okay. I have 2 yellow and 2 green. You said 3 purple?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and flip a light side right now because I really want this information.
Okay.
So it's gonna change that there. Roll. All right. 3 successes, 2 triumphs.
All right.
And threat.
He is able to tell you a good bit about the vaccine. So it was created about a week ago by a Dr. Dr. Anya. She has since been moved off-world to Dracela, where she is administering the vaccine to the local population.
Okay.
What do we call it? Patient zero? I don't know. The person that the vaccine was sort of originated from was
patient zero.
Yeah, an unknown person, which is kind of weird. Okay. So patient zero was an Anzat, which since you rolled education, if you want to spend one of your triumphs, I'll tell you all about Anzats.
Sure, go for it. Let me know what they are.
So they are basically a Star Wars vampire. They look sort of like humans. They've got sort of a pig-ish nose and two little holes on either side of the nose where little tendrils come out. Those tendrils go up someone's nose and they drink their brains.
Easy. It's like a Nosferatu and an Ood from Doctor Who all mixed together. It's creepy.
Yep. So that was patient zero. Do you have any ideas for your second triumph?
Oh, let's see. So I'm trying to figure. I was hoping to get like either know the person and try to use that as my way of getting in, as trying to be like a fellow researcher type thing. Would I know anybody else who works at, or any other name that might be associated with that file that I might be able to?
Yeah, sure.
Go my way, I don't know, like an assistant or a secondary researcher.
Yeah, I'll let you create them if you'd like.
Sure. Okay. Sure. There will be a Dr. Scorlix.
Scorlix. How about a Zexto?
Oh, okay. I don't know what that is, but sure.
Okay. Yeah. So Dr. Scorlix, he is about your height, and basically they look like Kaminoans, except short, and they have an extra set of arms.
Oh, 4 arms. That's useful.
Yeah, so white skin, big eyes, tiny head on a long neck, and 4 arms.
All right. We make quite the dashing pair, the two of us.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, Scorlix is a research assistant, and they work in the biochem section of Aurora.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So I have a couple names to go off of. I have the place and the map. Okay. Cool. Yeah. I think I'm good.
All right. Yeah. Just let me know when you got the thing, and we can arrange another meetup.
That sounds like a perfect plan, Demo. Is there anything else I can do for you? Any pharmaceuticals or anything you need checked out by your favorite doctor?
I got this rash, and he lifts up his shirt.
All right. So I'll do a roll to see if I can help my friend Demo here. Hey, if I can butter him up, maybe I can get a better deal next time, you know?
Sure, yeah, go for it. Let's make it we'll make it an average 2 difficulty check, and I want to give you a setback just with all the darkness and flashing lights and stuff going on.
This is not my operating. Yeah, this is not my operating room, so
it's not a clean space.
Yeah. All right. There you go. 1 success and 3 advantage. So,
yeah. So it's an allergic reaction. About that.
All right. So yeah, Fythe just kind of leans over, kind of looks at it from a safe distance. I tell you, Demo, you need to stop buying those off-brand soaps. They're going to irritate your skin.
Really?
Tomorrow, come by my clinic. I will have a solve for you. It will clear that right up. But you're going to have to spend a little money on a name brand soap. Please.
All right. I guess that's fine. Okay. Well, thanks for the help. I'll see you tomorrow, or sooner if you get that hand. Let me know.
All right. He nods and heads on out the door.
Did you want to do anything with those advantages?
No, I mean, the only thing I'd want, I don't know, does Demo have like maybe like a cabbie or someone to give me a lift to where I need to go? Like he has a preferred person, and maybe I get a discount on my ride or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
For in exchange for checking him out, he's like,
yeah, I got a guy. Let me give him a call.
And as you leave, there's a blue convertible cab waiting out front for you.
Oh, stylish. Mm-hmm. All right. So, yeah. Fythe will kind of slide through the bar again. Probably notices a few people with things that should be checked out, but he's got an objective right now. Maybe he'll come back and experiment on these people, try to see if he could find some ways of using them. But he definitely heads out.
A Snivian with a scar that doesn't look like it's healing very well on his face.
Yeah, he's just making mental notes. Like, all right, that could be useful. That could definitely be useful. And yeah, he'll head out to the blue convertible and say, just into his head, I guess, "Are you my ride?"
Oh, well, that's weird. The driver is a Keldor. He's got a big breath mask over his ochre sort of face and little goggles on his eyes. All right, where we headed?
All right, we're gonna head over to. I don't want to go straight there. Yeah, let's try to go straight there. See if I can meet the scoreless guy. We're heading towards the Aurora Biotech.
All right, heading up to Dak Avenue. That talking into people's head thing. That's new. All right.
Yes. Do not be concerned. I could only speak into your head. I'm not able to read your thoughts yet.
It's good. You don't want to know what's going on in there. And the two of you drive up to Dak Avenue and Aurora Biotech. Just gonna drop you off in front then?
That'll be sufficient, yes.
All right. He drops you off.
Now, if I need you again, how can I contact you?
He hands you a business card.
Beautiful. I'll take it and put it in one of my pockets. I'll be calling you later.
All right. See you later. So,
all right. So what does this building look like?
It is a big, white, sterile-looking brick. The front entrance is all glass and, I would say, glass and metal. It looks like there's sort of a big lobby area with a reception desk.
I know there's a loading dock off to the side of the back, right?
Yep, it's off to the side and to the right.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna try to be smooth and go through the front door. Why be sneaky if I don't have to?
All right, just heading right into the front.
Yeah. I mean, do I notice any doctor or people coming in or out that I might be able to, I don't know, talk to or kind of get to squeeze in for some information?
All right, we should establish a time of day. It is nighttime.
Okay, so most likely places it is after hours then.
Yeah, it is after hours. The lobby is still fairly brightly lit, but it doesn't look like any of the other or many of the other windows have lights on right now. So you can see very clearly into the lobby of this place. There's a reception desk with a weekway sitting at it.
Okay. Well, I mean that might work to my advantage of being a quieter type. So. Okay. Yeah, Fythe will sit there and kind of pull his little coat down. He's got his gloves on. He looks like a scientist. You know, you got the cliche scientist-looking thing. That's what he goes for. So he's just going to pull the walk like I know where I'm going thing and see if anybody stops him.
Yeah, so you walk in and the guard does ask can I see some ID?
I'm in the middle of an experiment. I have to get up to Dr. Skorlik's. We are trying to finish this thing tonight. Dr. Anya will be returning shortly. I believe I left it upstairs. I could run up and get it for you, or you could just not stop the medical advancement that might save the universe. Whatever you want.
It's like you know the rules. You gotta sign in, gotta scan your ID. It's not my rule.
The rules are going to be the death of us all. This will take but a moment. I don't know if I'm trying to persuade him or something, which is not one of my wheelhouse skills, but I'm trying.
It's going to be something. Let's say
there's I don't think it really matters. Let's see. I got charm. I mean, I guess it's charm, right?
You could argue for deception or...
I mean, I am lying to his face.
Or coercion, because you are threatening the safety of the galaxy.
Yeah, well, see, this is where I got deception at 1 yellow and a green, but I got 3 greens for coercion. It's like, Sophie's choice here. I will go with deception. I'm definitely lying to him, and hopefully this lie can convince this, I assume, minimum wage overnight security guy not to care enough and just let me through.
Okay. We're still working off his discipline, so it is 3 purples.
Whew. All right. I want to flip another light side here because getting it would be very useful.
All the dark side points.
Yeah, I know. I never use them on flight risk. I feel like I have to actively use them because why not? They're there for a reason, right? They're there to help the story move forward.
Yep.
So I'll go ahead and flip it. So I'll turn my 1 yellow and a green into 2 yellow against, what was it? 3 purple?
3 purple. Let's flip 1 to make it a red.
All right. So 1 red, 2 purple.
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to get arrested here. I have a feeling. All right. Oh, just a threat. Okay, nothing terrible. Just a threat.
Yeah, so he's very persistent. You're going to have to sign in. This is my job. I could get fired if you don't sign in. If you don't show me your ID, just that's the rules. I'm sorry. Maybe this Skorlix guy. You said Dr. Skorlix. Maybe he could bring your ID down. How about that? You want me to give him a call?
Sure. Tell him Dr. Fythe is here to see him. We need to finish our story. Yes.
He reaches under the desk that he's sitting at and grabs a comlink and calls up.
So can I flip a light side point to have Skorlix at least know who I am?
Yeah.
Sure. At least he recognizes my name because I might be, maybe not famous. I could be notorious, so maybe he knows who I am.
Yeah. Okay. He calls up. Is this Dr. Skorlix? Yeah, I've got a Dr. Fythe here. He says he knows you. You finishing an experiment? Yeah. No, he's here right now. Okay. He hangs up. He'll be right down. And a couple minutes go by. So this lobby, you've got the Weequay sitting at his desk. Behind him, you see that it's a fairly large space, and it looks like it's sort of their public face of the business, the company. Mm-hmm. There is a room with large glass walls that you can see inside. You think during the day you would probably see scientists working on things. It looks like it's got some Bacta tanks in it and some other tanks with ongoing experiments in it.
Okay.
To your left, looks like there are a couple smaller rooms. It looks like they're dark now. You can't quite tell what they are. Mm-hmm. And if you sort of look over the guard's desk and to your right, there's a long hallway with an airlock at the end.
Okay.
So this room is sort of shaped like a T, and you're standing at the top of the T, if that makes sense.
Okay, I'm at the top cross seam thing area.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
And straight ahead at the bottom of the T cross, around the corner, a Zexto pops out from the right side. He's short. He's got white skin and big black eyes, and he's wearing a long lab coat, and he's walking very quickly towards you.
Okay. Once he gets to about 10 feet or so, mm-hmm. I'm going to whisper directly into just his head.
Okay.
So, because no one else can hear this.
Is that something you can do?
Yeah, that is actually the pulse. Okay. I can whisper to an individual person within 5 to 10 feet of me.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. It's kind of like, I don't know, their version of whispering, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
So as he's getting closer, I'm just going to, in his head, trying to be as non-threatening as possible. It would be in your best interest to invite me upstairs. I can finish Anya's research.
Ooh, that's a coercion check.
Yeah, that's going to be coercion.
Coercion against this fellow is going to be 2 reds and a purple.
Okay. Can I argue for a blue dice that since he knows who I am, he knows that I am good at what I do. I may be unconventional and not appreciated, or people don't trust me, but he at least knows that I'm good.
For your reputation, sure, yeah.
All right, so 2 red and a purple?
Yeah.
All right, he's going to take this as a threat. All right. Ha-ha! Victory! I got a success and 3 advantages.
Get those that blank red.
I love when that happens.
So yeah, he is coerced. He has heard about you. He's heard about not only that you are good at what you do, but you are, he would say, ruthless in your tactics.
That's fair.
Yeah. Mr. Fythe?
This guy's okay. I'm gonna sign him in.
And he signs you in on a data pad.
All right, yeah. Come on in. Just follow me.
Sure. Before he goes, he's going to turn to the guard. I appreciate you being so vigilant. You are an honorable man.
Thank you very much. Skorlix leads you back to the biochem research area. This area is 2 large rooms and a number of smaller rooms.
Okay.
This is where they are, I guess, researching like chemical compounds and that sort of thing. Medicines, back to research.
Okay.
He leads you into a small office that a quick glance around lets you know that it's not his. There are some photos on the walls and things that don't look like him at all.
Okay, so picture of someone else's wife and kids on the table or something like that. All right.
What's the big deal? You're threatening me? Threatening my job?
No threat at all. I have heard of what you and Anya have done, and I believe I can elevate your work.
I mean, you don't work here. You've got a reputation. I don't know if you know that, but if somebody that I work with sees you here with me, I'm gonna lose my position here.
Why do you think I came at such an hour? I know the facility is practically empty.
There's cameras everywhere. I mean, you have been seen by now.
But
I'm no man.
But the benefit of my species is we are all very similar looking. I could be anyone.
All right. Well, what are you here for? What's the big deal here?
Anya's vaccine is surprisingly efficient.
Right. Yeah.
I believe I can make it practically universal, that we might be on the forefront of eliminating disease in the universe.
So you're saying you want me to help you steal Aurora Biotech proprietary property?
Not at all. I would like to see what I can add to your research. This is not about fame. This is not about money. This is about curing disease. Is that not what we all strive to do?
Yeah, I guess, but this is risky.
I promise nothing will leave this facility. You could stay by my side the entire time.
I mean, I'd rather have it leave the facility than have you doing stuff on the property. Yeah, can I just get you a sample or something? You can just take it and go?
Sure. Let us go to where you have these samples.
Okay. All right.
He leads you back out into the hall. Around the corner, there's one of those big airlocks.
Okay.
It's glass. You can see through onto the other side. The long hall continues all the way down.
Am I seeing any other individuals moving about, or is it just the two of us alone on this floor right now?
It is very dark, and it's just the two of you.
Okay.
Yeah, there are just a few small lights on the walls periodically.
Okay.
He lifts his little key card up off his jacket and swipes it on the pad on the side of the door. And the door opens with a whoosh. And says,
All right, come on.
Sure. I follow him right in.
So you pass cloning research on your right, and on your left you see signs for disease control and prevention.
Okay, cool.
He leads you all the way to the end of the hall where there is another airlock, and this one goes into a laboratory.
Right.
So he scans his key card again. Says,
This is the place. You want to wait here and I'll get it for you?
I would love to see what you guys have been working with. I get a better feel if I see the entire picture.
All right.
and he walks into the airlock. You follow him, and the airlock closes behind, and the other one opens up.
Okay.
This laboratory is large. There are cages on a far wall with lappies. Is that what they're called?
Okay.
Star Wars rabbits.
Are those the lagomorphs?
Those are the human-sized rabbits.
Oh, okay.
There's just some tables and centrifuges, all sorts of scientific equipment. Off on the far wall, there are some glass cases where it looks like they are keeping test tubes and beakers.
Okay.
Skorlix is looking real nervous as he walks to the far wall and opens up one of these things and grabs a test tube.
Okay. As he gets over to it, right before, so it's an unlocked cabinet? He didn't put any code or anything into it, he just opened the door?
Yeah.
Okay, so right when he starts to open the door, I'm going to shoot him in the back with a tranquilizer.
Okay.
Yeah, because I have a neuroparalytic and an anesthetic that I have on me. And I would love to just shoot him in the back with probably one of each, just to make sure he's completely out. And I mean, hopefully he doesn't swallow his tongue and die, but necessary evil and all that.
Okay. 1 dose each, is that correct?
I think 1 dose of each, yeah, because if it works, the resilience, he has to do a hard resilience check.
Yeah, hard resilience and
then the other one is average. 1 dose is an average.
Okay.
Yeah, so
right.
So he's got a 3 purple and a 2 purple roll to make.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, what?
That's a failure.
Okay, and that's for the anesthetic. This is the neuroparalytic.
You jab these things in his back, and he passes out, slumped over.
I wanted both to work. Okay.
Yeah, they did.
All right, so
they both worked.
Oh, is it all dice have canceled out? That counts as a success?
That's a failure.
Oh, I didn't know if limbo counted as nothing. Okay, perfect. All right, coolio. Yeah. All right, so he is paralyzed and unconscious.
Yep.
Beautiful. All right.
You roll him over onto his back.
Now, is there anything in the room that I can bind him with? If they're like, I don't know, like zip ties? Is there just rope? Is there extra lab coats? Something that I can just bind this guy? Because
I'm sure
I think the paralytic only lasts a couple rounds. Right. So I got maybe like 30. Yeah, I got a couple of minutes before he wakes up.
You can probably find some rubber tubing or something like that.
Perfect. So I'm gonna bind him like overly tight, where he's gonna start losing. He's not gonna have feeling in his hand, his multiple hands and feet.
All 4 hands.
And,
right.
Yes, everything. Yeah. He's gonna be hogtied, and I'm definitely gonna jam some, I don't know, rags or whatever I find into his mouth to make sure he can't scream when he wakes up.
Okay.
All right. So. Cool. So I have an unconscious person on the floor, and then I have the vials in front of me.
You do.
Okay. Are they like labeled? I probably should have made sure I was grabbing the right stuff. Are they labeled in any way? I mean, can I look at them and like see which ones I need to grab? Or like, does it say Anya's cure on the side of one of them or something?
It is all coded. I would like an education or medicine check.
All right.
I'm going to give you a black die because you don't work here, and they have their own system. And let's make it 3 purples.
All right. So 3 yellow and a green versus 3 purple and a black. Can I argue a bonus dice in any way? No, how work here? So, yeah. Okay, cool. We'll roll and see. Oh, 1 success.
A success. All right. So
I recognize some chemical, like, when you're doing chemistry problems in class, I at least recognize some of the letters that should be in a vaccine.
Yeah. So it takes you a minute, not too long because you didn't get any threats, but yeah, it takes you a second to sort of recognize their system. It's a lot like your system, but they're using different colors. And you grab a vial of the vaccine.
How many vials are there?
There are 6.
All right. Can I grab? Do I have space? Can I grab all 6?
What? You've got a lab coat?
I think I have a backpack.
Oh, you have a backpack.
I don't know. I thought, did I not buy? I remember thinking of buying a backpack. I don't know if I actually did. Oh, I did not grab a back. No, I don't. I have a holdout blaster and a vibro scalpel. So no, I just have a lab.
We don't really have to worry too much about encumbrance or anything like that.
Well, is there anything about in the room? I mean, it's a medical room. There's got to be is there any kind of medical, like, I don't want to say like doctor's bag, but are there any like bags of any kind that I could like grab and repurpose?
Yeah, there's sort of a it looks like a soft cooler kind of thing.
Perfect.
Yeah, and you open it up, and inside it has little circle places in foam.
The little foamy stuff.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yep.
So I'll fill that thing up, and then are there any other vials in there with it, or is this just it?
There are other vials. They're not the vaccine, but they may be experimental sort of things.
I'm going to take as many as I can fit into the container. I don't know how many. You can decide how many fit in the container. I'm going to take as much as I can.
Let's say there are 12 spots.
Okay, so I'm going to take the 6 of the thing that I came for, and then a sampler plate of everything else, like one of everything else, or one of 6 other things.
Okay, that works.
All right. Is there is the lab? So there's got to be a computer or something, a data pad. Or
there are a few computers.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna jump on a computer and see if I can actually pull up her their research, like whatever where they have their information saved.
So it is password protected, so you're gonna have to crack into the computer.
Okay, is not like his key card or nothing like that that he has on him. It's not like a swipey thing. It's actually password protected.
It's actually password.
All right, I will do. I'm not trained in it, but I'm a smart little guy, so I will do a just straight computers check, right?
Yep, we'll do computers, and we'll do 3 difficulty.
All right, computers. I have just the 4 green for my intelligence. All right. So 4 versus 3. Canceled out. All right.
The computer beeps at you and says you've got 4 tries remaining.
I assume with each additional try, it's going to get harder.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to try one more time myself.
Okay.
And then, is it an actual like desktop computer, or am I looking like at a laptop data pad type thing?
It is a desktop computer.
Okay. Are there any data pads in the room, like our laptop type things?
Yeah, sure. We can say that there's one left out on the counter right now.
Okay, so I'm going to try to at least one more try on this thing, because I assume if I do it too many times wrong, it's going to set off some sort of alarm.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try it one more time to try to hack into it.
Okay. So I would like to, rather than just add your difficulty, I'm going to flip a dark side.
All right, so that's 2 and a red.
Yep.
All right. Well, since she gave me 1 to play with, I'm going to flip it back, and I'll take my 2, a yellow, and 3. Do I know anything about? I don't really know the doctor that well enough to say. Do I know like his wife or kids or anything?
No.
Does he have a dog? Because we weren't even in his office. Like, I would say, "Oh, I saw a picture of a dog," or maybe I guess that. So no, I'll just roll this. This is what I get for not staying up on Facebook, knowing people's lives. I would know his dog and his 3 kids by now.
Yeah.
All right. Roll. That's 2 failure, 5 advantage, and a despair.
Yeah. So what do you want to do with those advantages?
Geez. So it didn't work. I don't know. Could it be that? No, because that'd be a success. Let's say, can I have those 5 advantages be that I actually got in, but I don't know I set off an alarm? Or that's too much of a success, though.
Yeah, I've got something different for that despair.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really know, because this for me, GMing is always the hardest thing when you fail and you get so many advantages. I don't know what little advantageous things. I mean, can I have them be that somehow maybe I've narrowed it down in my next roll that I've got a better chance of getting if I try it one more time, that maybe I get a boost or 2 to my dice roll?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, I'll take a 1 or 2 blue, and then I'll try it one more time. I don't know if you have your despair ready to throw at me, or do we got a sort of Damocles situation where it's going to happen?
So you attempt to crack into this computer, and as you're doing it, you get distracted because in your sort of mind voice, like what it feels like to have somebody speak into your mind because of your time on your home planet, and you hear somebody say, "Fythe."
Thanks for listening to another episode of Coruscant Nights.
Thanks to Dwayne for playing on these episodes. You can find more of Dwayne on the Flight Risk podcast.
Our music is by Mark Eberhardt.
You can find us on social media at Coruscant Night on Twitter, or you can email us at coruscantnightspod@gmail.com.
Love the podcast and want to show your support? You can leave us a review on your favorite podcatcher. You can buy us a coffee at ko-fi.com/Coruscant Nights, or you can visit us on Patreon.
Check it out at patreon.com/Coruscant Nights.